gatherings. Okay, Facebook's back, but the Facebook groups aren't working. Not that I ever go into the groups or hardly ever use Facebook for that matter. But either way, we're streaming there in theory. Looks like that's working again. I just had to reconnect to it. So, all right. All right, going to the Arcturians, soul contracts, and also the future. How did I write that? The end of wars, or the end of war. Obviously, I have a while for that. Yeah, I won't be standing around for that one. It's going to be some time of that. I mean, yeah. Not going into much details of that one, so we'll see. Yeah, there's a family war that's going on, business war, espionage, and so on. All right, that's I'm talking about my pro sessions. We have schedule it. We have the shop here. All right. Okay. So, all right. Tap into the Arcturian energies and just see what they have about soul contracts on it. It just came to mind. The thumbnail of this video is Noah on a cell phone. It's supposed to be him. I think I changed it to an old man because it wasn't working out. So maybe it is Noah. I can't remember anymore. I'm supposed to be watching TV also. I put an elephant in there and that didn't work out so well. So anyway, I didn't realize that both last two thumbnails have water in them. So yesterday's was Uncle Sam. I was going to use Elon Musk. I was like, actually, I don't want to put that there. I was going to use Zuckerberg. I don't put that there either. So anyway, all right. So we're going to Arcturian energy, soul contracts, and then end of war. Yeah. Like I said, I won't be standing by that for too long. Yeah, you'll be standing for a long time waiting for that one. So, all right. Is there anything else? No. I don't want to go into Israel stuff too much. It's just too much. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, obviously, we're going to still have issues, but I don't know. It doesn't mean it's going to go into our politics. Obviously, it can, but we'll see. Doesn't mean you have to put the intention out for that. Let's put that one. Okay, all right. Going to returning energies. Okay, blessings. Greens are Arcturians. Soul contract, well, with the Earth, usually comes from previous incarnations on other planets, not just here, other worlds. For whatever reason, just like you can't always solve your issues in other, environments. But also the idea is to come to this world to challenge yourself. That's part of it. In some cases, it's here to break off contracts. And then also there's cases to create them, to create stronger bonds. Like, so it's like you already have a strong connection with an individual, and then you challenge each other. It doesn't always work. But, yeah. We'll leave you with that one. But overall, your soul contracts here, it's come from, it can come from thousands of years, trillions of years ago. A world like this is necessary for your growth for whatever reason. You're here to find something within yourself, or yes, but it's just like talent that you're not aware of. I mean, there's a lot of ways of looking at that. Not everything's going to be revealed here for obvious reasons. That's one of them, though. Not that they can go into the talent it is. It might take you like it can take you lifetimes to get to that, or it can take you one lifetime, but sometimes in your later in life you can tap into it, whatever it might be. Some of you are actually incarnated here to go in reverse, to challenge other people, to not to go backwards in your evolution, but actually to test others, challenge others. Sometimes you challenge your parents, for example. Of course, they challenge you back, or you challenge your friends, or whatever it might be. It doesn't mean you're going backward. It might look like you're going backwards, but you really aren't. But yeah, there's a lot of that going on. As some of you might pick up on it, some of you might feel like you're just being challenged, and others feel like you are the challenger. And the reasons, it's just, to make sure that you're first off with connected to the right person, friend, whatever it might be, or relationship on whatever level. There's a purpose of that. Also, challenge others in their direction. Basically, if they choose, if there's a timeline they want to connect to, if are they making the right decision, and so on. So there's a lot of layers with that. But as for your soul contract individually, it is kind of like a recipe for a fine wine, of almost like a vineyard or a seascape. There's a lot that goes into it. You might not feel that way, but there's a lot. The soul is like a mountaintop, or a mountain in general. It can be the Himalayas and so on, or it can be just if you want to look at it as for a planet, which many of you are connected to several different worlds, you can look at it as you are carving out your planetary self. It doesn't have to be a physical reality; it could be a non-physical, but something to think about. You don't have to think too deeply into that, but it's one way of looking at it. Instead of looking at it from a human perspective, why not look further? Or your own universe in general. Think of on a higher dimensional level that you're improving as a universe consciousness, to either challenge others or to take a world like this and create multiple worlds in your own reality. And challenge everyone all over again in different ways, or just take exactly what's been done here, and then duplicate it and just see if people can figure this place out in other realms. It's like the thing is different, but then it's not. So just putting that out there. And why would you do that? Well, because it goes into your, as you can see, a world like this is painful. Learning is pain. I could say it doesn't have to be, but then again, you have people working out and improving their bodies and all that. That's no pain, no gain, right? That's the same type. So it is a lot of your cracking open your soul. So it's another way of looking further into yourselves beyond the human element on a higher level, higher plane. It might make more sense even if you don't have all the details. So many people look at their lives from a human perspective. And yes, you might be hit with a question mark there. What is it? Maybe it's meaningless and all, but when you look at a higher level, you're not always intended to see it from a higher level. So, that might come to mind every now and then to keep your sanity. And then you forget it. It's like you're okay. It's okay to know this for a couple of minutes, and then you're going to forget all about it. Go back to being human. Well, the idea is the human element, why you get grounded here, is to truly, so many people want to go higher dimensions, go to the aliens and all that, but you're here for a reason, to understand this reality, this canvas, and kind of figure out what kind of color you are, energetically. What do you want? You're formulating yourself. You're building yourself. And so many people want to, realize also, we understand you go through a lot of challenges. You want some relief. Understood. But some want to just leave this world altogether, which is understood also. Because the beings here that are causing mischief, they want to kick everybody off. Because they realize you are, intensifying. You might not see that. Yeah, the beings here that are called the trickster beings. I don't want you here. That's probably another reason why sometimes you feel like you don't want to be here, because there's like a line full of other entities that say, you know what, the world would be better without you here, because you're ruining our fun. You know, to give you some aspect of that. Yeah, what they call fun here, alcoholism, self-destruction, and many of you come here, yeah, boring, not alcoholic, not self-destructive, and yeah, you're yeah. Obviously, I want to see that. Eventually, alcoholism will be removed from the planet itself, but not yet. It's just, well, yeah, it's lower dimensions are that's their liquid, that's their sauce, and yeah, it's a difficult one device to release worldwide. So I think people can't handle the reality, which is probably true in a lot of ways, but there are other ways of coping. But eventually, the world will get softer, kinder, but not anytime soon. But you can do that in your own reality, though. Blessings. Grease you, yeah, the Anunnaki. Imagine many did not see us coming. The end of the world or end of war. For that to happen, galactics need to heal themselves, galactic beings. And some of you wonder why you have some of you guys you don't care for aliens due to all the conflicts. Of course, you might have already had your conflict as a dragon being or elf being or whatever it might be. And just understood that. It's like, all right, you finally heal your issues, and now you have to deal with the aliens and their problems. They brought their crap here, as some of you have noticed. And some people are addicted to that drama. Yeah, sometimes there's energy fields fractalized. They can't seem to free themselves. There's a bit of mind control connected to that also. So yeah, that doesn't mean you have to come. So you wonder why you're coming here. Why have you come here to heal the conflict within the galactic beings? You don't have to go into all the detail. You're not going to be Moses to save them all. But you'd be surprised. Coming here is kind of like a peace treaty. That's a big deal, even if you're going through hell here, which makes even more sense if you're here for a peace treaty. It's like, look at all I want to put myself through, and you have no idea why you're doing it. And what if it's just that simple? You incarnate here just to bring peace throughout the galactics, throughout the solar system, and so on. You see all the manipulators that are out there consuming the souls that are just not strong enough to protect themselves. You'd be surprised how many of you are here on a diplomatic mission to just keep your sanity in some form or another. Yeah, some of you might have children, yeah, that are autistic also, because that's part of also the healing the Zeta energies here. So this is being here is a big deal. Yes, it feels very insignificant. That's the point. Well, because as the world went to, basically it's like the Atlantean energies. There's different ways of looking at it. Some of the Atlanteans destroy Atlantis for a reason, like they wanted it to go down, so they can hide themselves here and manipulate society. Of course, doing so harm their longevity and even their mental state. So, and you can say they knew that, but it's part of a lot of your elites that. And you can say also Atlantis was worn out due to it was being all its resources are being depleted. As you can see, what's going on with the planet itself. It's very Atlantean, actually. So yeah, these are kind of fragile topics or touchy subject matters. We're going to have to keep it general, but let your imagination wander on some of these details. So Anunnaki here, why are we speaking? Well, because some of us cause these problems. Just us being here cause a lot of issues. You can say we were asked to come here, and we're kind of like a necessary evil. Some might disagree with that. course, when we came here, we fought each other, we tried to destroy each other, and so on. Our own race, not yes, humans too, but the idea also is who can control the humans the best, and because that's why one of the reasons why humanity is split due to different galactic races and so on. Obviously, the galactic races that have the best stuff are the ones that dominate your society, and Anunnaki is known to have a lot of advanced technologies. Doesn't mean our morality or our minds are working out properly. No. So, are we all that different? Humans and the galactic beings aren't that much. When you see, some of you have picked up on, the character traits are similar. So, but being here is a big deal. You incarnate here, the hardships and the aliens talking down to humans, which is some humans here feel they just have no respect in themselves. They lost a lot of that, so they need someone to talk to them because they're not feel not just unfulfilled. They just don't feel like they feel like they're insignificant. So having an alien talk to them like a parent or a guardian is like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it because I can't manage myself. And now in some cases that is true. Not to downplay that is true. Some are just not quite. They're just not there yet. And for some, it's it. There's a lot, but others just don't want to do it. And that's like the more frustrating part. But then again, another way of looking at it, you could be a leader, but decides not to. So it doesn't mean like you're phoning in. It's just some just don't want to take certain positions. So it's not necessarily negative. It just, is it frustrating? Yes and no. It all depends on the situation. Well, it's just that, when you're fighting this battle, as some of you realize, that's how it's cracked up to be. And, it can be very isolating and without going into all the details. It can almost be murderous to some level, to yourself. Like you feel like this world is killing you. In some ways, it might be true to some level. Well, you don't feel like you're living the human timeline. You feel like you're outside of it, which is true. And so it's hard to do your job. Yeah, you have to become a diplomatic timeline where you're disconnected from everyone else, which is very difficult. It causes a lot of mental health issues also. Like, can I get through this? Just rest when you can. But it's a battle, though, as you can see. Doesn't mean it's coming to the end of the battle. Now, if it comes to the end of the battle, you'll see aliens everywhere. And you'll see also demonic beings, too. You'll see elf beings and giants and everything. So, but you become more aware of it through your consciousness. So,